Hey. Hello, 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 hello. Y'all get in here. Get in here. Now. Let's talk. So this show done went off. We on. I don't know if everybody got notifications or not. I don't know if I need to be, know via text or whatever. But yeah, the show is off and we are on. We're on. Okay. So I think it's safe to say this season about to get interesting. I think that's a safe thing to say. I believe it's very safe to say that things are about to get very, and I do mean very, interesting on this show. One, when did Keiarna learn how to be messy? Because she ain't gave us messy all season, and she waited till the very end of this episode to show us that she does indeed know how to be messy. And let me tell you this, I like it. I like it. I was sitting there like, wait a minute. So Keiarna gonna be the one. Hey, Sean, living life, where you been? Thank you for being like number 38. I said, so Keiarna gonna be the one to let the cat out the bag? You mean to tell me there is a level of messy that Ashley Darby won't go to, but Keiarna will go to? I said, wait a minute. Baby, we got a level of messy that I was not prepared for. I was not, and I liked it. So that's how the episode ended, but we're going to talk about everything that happened in between, because when I say everything happened in between, baby, everything happened in between, and I mean everything, all the way down to we find out Giselle still tussling with her daddy's widow, because she apparently, according to Giselle, tried to steal the old man money, and I believe her because she took it all the way to court and she's still been going to court. So we got a little bit of that. We found out about Wendy and her daddy issues, which I believe I don't want to say I can understand because I can't. I can empathize. That's the word. I can empathize. I think it's horrible when men decide to do things like that. But as y'all know, we cannot control how people, do things. You could just make the best of situations when people choose to do bad things, and I think it is absolutely unconscionable for men to decide just not to be daddies when they know them children need them. Don't far be it from me. I can't speak on it. I ain't never been in that position on either end, so there it is, right? But let me greet who's here, and then we're gonna get into it, y'all. And then after that, y'all let me know if y'all feel like we need to do a vertical to pull everybody in. If so, let me know, and we'll do it. But let me greet who's here. And yeah. E. Davis gave me support already. Thank you for the super sticker, sis. And she liked number 1. Thank you so much. It's my first support of the whole day. Thank you. Quiet Storm is number 2. Y'all, we did our gift card giveaways yesterday. Quiet Storm had an interesting situation. I wish y'all was in Discord so y'all could hear about it, honey. Quiet Storm had a situation when she was doing our Queen of the City food drive yesterday. This is the 5th year. This is year number 5. So I want to say a special thank you to all of the ladies in the royal family for participating. I do have something special for all of the ladies who did participate in our Queen of the City food drive. Thank y'all for being a part of it. Thank you for being a part of something that means a lot. It's meaningful. It's worthwhile. We love to do it. It does something to your heart every single time. You never go out in vain. I will say that. It's never in vain. And you never come back and don't have a wonderful experience. It's always a wonderful experience. Everybody who does it for the first time has the same experience, like, oh my God, I can't believe how wonderful that was. So shout out to all of the ladies who participated in our Queen of the City food drive. This is, as I said, our 5th year. So 5 years running, we have been blessed to be a blessing. And that's a blessing because everybody's not able to bless. And thank you to the ladies who were not able to, maybe take over their whole city, but pitched in with another sister and partner with another sister to get it done. So shout out to all of you and everybody who participated. Nitra got something special for you. Y'all know y'all can't give gifts like me. You can't do it like me. So just chill out. Okay. Hey, Miss Lovely T. Thank you for being number 3. We glad you're here. Miss Thelma, thank you so much for being like number 6. DS in the house. D Crazy, D Amazing. She is like number 7. Thank you, Ladybug. Glad you're here. Glad to see you. All right, all right. Who else we got up in her? Who else we got? Is that too adorable? Yes, it is. All right, Quiet Storm went to go get her snacks. Thank you for being number 8. What's going on, Ladybug? Deborah Randall is like number 9, and y'all know that means Housewives Talk is legal. We got Deborah here. That means we are in compliance, y'all. We ain't breaking the law. She here. She here. Hey, Queen of Hearts KS. She is like number 10. Good to see you. Belize and JB holding it down at number 12. Good to see you. So glad to see you. Hold on one second. Hold on. This is important. Don't go nowhere. I'm finna mute the mic. So when y'all hear me, see me quiet, don't be like, we can't hear you. It's on purpose. Okay, that was just some gossip. All right, Lel in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Magaline Lamar is number 12. Thank you for being here. Divitude is number 9. Situation number 9. I love to see you. DV in the house. Thank you for being 14. Agent Marie is 17. And so is Totally Tammy. So good to see you, lady. We got Priscilla Clemens coming in at number 23. Mo with her gorgeous self is number 26. What up, Richard Wilson? How you doing, kinfolk? Thank you for being number 27. Camille Fun. Hey, girl, make sure you hit the like button. Nashina M, that's my boo. She number 28. And so is my crazy Belicious. I love her so much. Nene Ashley, girl, where you been? See, you just like Bianca. Y'all go get them men and forget y'all got sisters. We love you, though. Glad to see you, girl. Thank you so much for being like number 37. All right. Happy to be happy is also 37. Miss Nisi, thank you so much for being number 38. Come on in, sit down, get comfortable. Sean living life and slid back in the house. We got Linez. Hey, boo, at number 41. All right. I still need a wig, Linez. You done forgot my wig, sis. I'm finna cry. But I still need a wig. It's going to get cold. When it get cold, then I can wear a wig because then the hot flashes ain't going to make me snatch it off. I'm ready. I'm telling you. I'm yours. Hey, Latrice Dudley, thank you for being number 40. Good to see you. All right. There go Ashley. Hey, now. Where's Michael? Thank you for being number 46. Girl, I had the headband on because it was skincare day today. And I didn't take it off in time. And then I'm like, when it was time to get on, I'm like, well, dang, if I take it off, then I'm going to have to comb my hair. And I ain't finna do that. So we just gonna rock with we're gonna headband it up for the rest of the night. Yolanda Franklin, thank you for being 49. Black Smile, thank you for being 50. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Belize and JB, you need to slide up and through there every day because it be going on. It be going on in the Discord. Hey, Lady Blue, thank you for being number 55. My peanut is number 58. All right, there go Mama Baby. Rochelle is also 58. Congratulations on your 52-month royal anniversary. All you was driving. You cooked for your mama today. That's so sweet. Tell mama we said, hey, girl, happy Sunday. Classy is number 60. Ladies, y'all get in here. Gentlemen, y'all too. Get comfortable. Nikita T. Hey, pretty girl, where you been? Thank you for being number 61. Okay, good. That's what I'm talking about. So look, y'all know the housekeeping. Real quick. BJ is number 63. So glad to see you. First of all, hit your like button. Put your like number in the chat. As long as y'all hit my numbers right, we're going to play the like lottery. If I got to beg for likes, I'm not doing it. And y'all know I say that every time. If I got to beg for likes even once, we're not doing it. But if y'all go ahead and hit the like button, we can play the like lottery. Y'all know how the like lottery goes. When you hit the like button, whatever that like count goes up to, that's your number. If I call your number, you got 2 minutes to get to the chat. Put your like number in the chat and your Cash App. And remember, you can't play the like lottery without Cash App. So make sure that you put your like number and the Cash App in the same comment. 2 minutes. And the like lottery, it's a scratch off. It ain't the Mega Millions. We ain't got nothing on your light bill, but we do have something on your 40. Okay, we got that. Also, make sure that y'all don't curse in my chat, or if you do, misspell your cuss words. No disrespect or being mean or bickering or arguing in my chat of any kind is ever like appreciated or tolerated. Be kind to everyone. Greet people as they come in. If you see somebody you don't know, say hi, because we're happy to have them here, right? Everybody should feel welcome. And let's keep all comments on these heifers, on these shows. No personal comments or attacks in my chat is ever okay. Okay? And don't forget your engagement button, bottom right-hand side. Nikita T. Oh, she sent me a Cash App. Let me try to send a heart back. Thank you so much, Nikita T. It's my second support of the whole day. E. Davis and Nikita T have shown me some love, and I appreciate my sisters. Let me send a heart right now. Thank you, sis. Love you. So look, we got to talk about this show. Regina Jackson, thank you so much for being number 64. Regina, are you new? I don't remember your name. Welcome. Y'all welcome Regina in the chat. Spam the chat with the word welcome. Thank you. And I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that like button, because I know y'all can do better than 60 anything. We should be up into the 70s. Everybody ain't got in here yet. So please hit the like button. Thank you very much. Okay? I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. I love it. Yes. All these beautiful people. So look, let's talk about the show. Oh, and if this is your first time, anybody, if it's your first time hanging with us, please let us know in the chat so we can welcome you. All you got to do is type FTL for first time live, and we will be happy to welcome you, because we're happy to have you here. Okay. Now, this is family. We're a little crazy. We're a dysfunctional family, but we love each other and we love you too. So look. Notes on deck. So look, this what had happened. Regina said, thank y'all. You welcome, girl. Welcome, and welcome again. Okay? Just like we do at the church. You welcome once, you welcome twice. You welcome 3 times in Jesus Christ. No jokes. All real. We happy to have you. So look, this show here tonight started with Angel and Bobby in this house talk. And y'all know it hit me different because we just got through looking at this mid-season trailer with Giselle talking about people saying they got put out their place they renting over there in Potomac. Because remember, they house shopping, right? So the show started off with her and Bobby sitting up talking about getting the house, and Bobby looking at her like, okay, say what you need to say for the camera. And that's cool, because that's the best thing a man can do, is just support whatever move you making, because that's your husband, right? Hey, J. Rochelle, thank you for being number 69. I need y'all to hit that like button, and I need my bubbles. Y'all know, hold on, let me make sure I got bubbles. Let me make sure I got bubbles, because I need bubbles. I'm sensitive. Let me see what's going on. Do I have bubbles? Oh, I did go some bubbles. Okay, cool. I got bubbles. Okay, thank you. Appreciate y'all. So look, so she was like, want to fix her up or something for $2.5, $3 million where she could fix it up or whatever like that. So I'm like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But it still was hitting different because we just watched the mid-season trailer and find out that there's rumors going around about them getting put out the rental. And I'm like, how they get put out the rental? The people, what I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, it's a few things that could be. And y'all gonna have to forgive me because I did not eat today. I forgot. I'm sorry. I really am. So I may be grabbing a pickled okra here and there. Anybody who knows me knows I have a little bit of a pickled okra addiction. So if you see me grab one, I ain't trying to eat in front of y'all. Have some. But I didn't eat today. So I may have to grab one here and there. But what I'm thinking it could have been, if the word was out that they had to get out the rental, it could have been something like the people wanted them to sign a lease for X amount of time, and they didn't want to sign a lease for that amount of time, maybe because they're getting ready to buy a house. And maybe Giselle just repeated it messy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she just repeated it messy. I don't know. But it did sound a little funny, like, oh, I was supposed to go back in 2 weeks. Now I'm going back on Monday. Like all of them things, when you put them together, one thing, two things, you know, and then with them saying that, it was just kind of like, what's finna happen? You know what I mean? Hey, Cent 58, thank you for being number 73. Then we see Tia talking to her mama Yetunde. And Tia looked just like her mama. For those of y'all who did not see it, Tia mama looked like a light-skinned version of her with a short haircut. Tia looked just like her mama. And I thought that was real cute. Super cute, actually. So that happened. And she said now with her mama and her daughter and all that. And, you know, it was just a cute little moment. Wasn't nothing real interesting happening in that scene. But I thought that was a cute way to start. I will tell y'all, I'm enjoying this season that we're getting a little more family interactions. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that. Gina, you ain't seen it yet? Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. You still probably going to see some stuff I didn't see, but I'm going to tell you what happened, girl. So then we get Monique and Ashley. So Ashley heading over to Monique's house. Monique's house looked like a doggone wilderness palace. Like it's giving coin, but it looks so nice. It looks so natural. Like you can see what aesthetic she going for, right? And then production so messy. They gonna play the audio montage of Monique Samuel's greatest hits, because you know Monique has given us some hits. You know, the I Have Four Homes, the Umbrella at Robin. Like they was playing the audio montage of Monique, and then Ashley showed up at Monique's house. So we find out that she done completely remodeled the house, and you can tell. You can tell that house looked nice. If y'all saw Monique's house, put a 1 in the chat if she did a wonderful job on that house. Let me put my 1 in the chat. That house looked good. I say, oh, it's so nice seeing Black folks with money. That house looks amazing. She got another doggone bird. And now she got a dog. It's a dog and a bird. Did she have any other animals in there? I mean, it was animals. It was animals. Agnes Bukasa, welcome, sis. Welcome, 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 y'all. Welcome, Agnes, in the chat. Spam the chat with the word welcome. So we see that. The house looked good. She in her confessional talking about her friendship with Ashley, and Ashley talking about her friendship with her. They've been friends for 9 years and blah, blah, blah. They so close. But did y'all notice most of the pictures of them was like from 2020 and forward? Did y'all hit it off and y'all was so close the whole time? Because that ain't the way I remember things. Like, I don't remember it going like that, where y'all was just such good friends from the very beginning. Like, y'all was okay, I guess. And then it was static, and then it wasn't static. And then it was static, and then it wasn't static. Right. That house looked amazing, though. The house looked doggone amazing. Okay. Now I'm gonna give her that. So they get through that, and then she talks about the divorce, and she 300 pounds lighter. Girl, every woman get rid of a man feel like that. That's a wonderful feeling. You know, shout out to the divorcees in the chat. DT, hey boo. That's right. Welcome to Agnes. So look, we get past that. And can I say something? Then she went to crying about the dead bird. T'Challa. Why she done named this bird here Egyptian name? Now she named this bird here after Egyptian god or something. At this point, I'm starting to think Monique is screwy. Monique's a little screwy. Monique's a little crazy because, ma'am, why you naming your birds after Egyptian? Why you going to name a bird after Egyptian god? Like, I don't know. I'm not accusing Monique of being a hotep, but it's giving hope. It's giving a little hotep-ish. I'm gonna just say that. Cause I'm like, what is with segment? What's next? You gonna name the dog Anubis? I saw her. Like, what next? Like, it's a little, you know what I'm saying? You know. Right, Delicious. And last I checked, wasn't segment a cat or something? I thought, which one the bird? Wasn't Ibis the bird? It was just a lot. It was a lot for me. I'm just like, come on, Monique. It's giving a little hotepish. It's giving a little hotepish. Belize and JB say it's amazing that Chris lost weight after Monique left him. That ain't amazing. That's common. Because when they don't have a woman taking care of them and feeding them, that weight come off real easy. Hey, Linnell, thank you for being number 75. That's why I keep telling y'all, don't let no man ask you what you bring to the table. It don't be nothing on the table until we get there, as you can see. So anyway, we found out she ain't dating nobody. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You done been through a whole long marriage. The churn is doing good, all of that, right? Ashley is giving us the rundown on how stuff went in the past. Right. I thought that she was the one with the cat head. And yeah, Horus had the bird head, but she done named the darn cat, the bird after the cat god from Egypt. Monique is screwy. She pretty. Thank God she pretty, because she ain't got a lot going on upstairs. Thank the Lord she pretty. That's probably why he made her so pretty. He knew she wasn't gonna be all right up there. So Ashley talking about the past and everything that happened when she left the show, and all the women turned on Monique except for her and Karen, which is true. Y'all know. Then they sitting down and they talking or whatever. Monique got on my nerves with this one. Let me bite my okra. Y'all mind if I bite my okra real quick? Because I'm about to tell y'all where Monique got on my nerves, where she had me messed up. 1 second. Let me just finish this one. I'm drinking a little water. Okay, bet. Well, Monique had me messed up. Is she talking about she went on this journey of enlightenment after the fight because she just couldn't believe that came out of her, and she didn't know she had childhood trauma and all this other stuff. Now, where she had me messed up is it wasn't no childhood trauma made you pop that hole upside her head. Giselle reaching over there and hitting you, and you thinking it was Candace is what made you go upside her head. Don't come in here pissing on nobody's foot, Monique, talking about it's raining. I didn't know I had childhood trauma. Girl, childhood trauma ain't had nothing to do with that. You were showing your tail and Candace was showing hers. Candace walked all the way away, walked all the way back. She in your face. You get your hand out my face. Then you went to flipping her hair. And then Giselle messing behind, reached over there and hit your shoulder. And that was it. And then you went to swinging. And Candace was over there hanging on for dear life, swinging a wine glass. Now, that's what the hell happened. This ain't had nothing to do with no childhood trauma. And I'm somebody that didn't have no problem with you popping Candace. But don't come in here talking about no childhood trauma. This ain't got nothing to do with childhood trauma, okay? Nothing at all. And at some point, y'all gonna stop calling everything trauma. Y'all gonna stop it. Belicious say Monique and Angel got on my nerves this episode. Nice, healthy snack okra. Is it pickle? Yes, it is pickle okra. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is one of the baddest brands I ever had in my life. This right here. If you ain't never had none, that's your bad. Okay? You say never eaten anything pickle. Girl, I got pickle baby corn. I got pickle okra. I even like pickle green beans. I like pickled carrots too. Why do people talk about the journey of enlightenment and childhood trauma? I don't know. Didn't she bring up some of her childhood on the show, something about foster care? Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with you telling somebody to get their hand out your face and they kept it there. That ain't got nothing to do with Giselle reaching over there and popping you on your shoulder and you thinking it was Candace and you went straight Bobcat. Just that ain't got nothing to do with no childhood trauma. She took out her anger for everybody on there. Say how you raise does influence your reactions. Maybe she wanted to be able to take abuse. Oh, so you saying that she think that because she couldn't take abuse that was dysfunction. Okay. See, I raised you different. I didn't raise you to take no abuse. I raised you to go upside their head. Oops, upside your head. Somebody abuse you, you get them a little bit of that back, and then they learn to stay out your face when you ask them. I love pickled garlic too. I'll pickle anything. Say, don't make Miss Nitra get vintage notebooks out, because you know I will. You know I will, Catherine. You know I got the notebooks. You know I got them. Girl, how's she gonna be something that's younger than her? That country ain't been here since until the 1960s. Now you part of a country that didn't even exist when you was born. I'm tired of Stacy. B-Lisha say, yeah, she said her mama used to point at her and Candace with her finger triggered her trauma. Child, she told her to get that hand out of her face, and Candace should have listened and got that hand out of her face. Oh, I like pickle beets too. I do. I'm telling y'all, there's very few things that you can pickle that I probably won't eat. We were in Hawaii. I had a devil egg that had some crispy pork on it and pickled green beans, and it was so good. Listen, it was the bomb. I might do it again when I go back, but it was the bomb. So look, all that happened, but she got on my nerves with the childhood trauma. I'm almost tired of hearing the words childhood trauma. I'm willing to believe half the people hollering about a childhood trauma ain't never had none. You ain't had none. Okay, I'm a Gen Xer. We grew up perfectly fine and had people tell us the stuff we grew up with was trauma and we ain't even know it, you know? But anyway, so then Ashley started telling her about what her and Giselle been doing with GNA, and now it's a philanthropic organization. The girl just say, now we just do charity because we tried to do clothes and ain't nobody want to wear them. And when she said apparel with Giselle, Monique was like, apparel with Giselle? Why would you do apparel with Giselle? And I hollered. I say, yes, Monique, the questions that need answers. But Ashley did let her know, like, she been looking more beautiful than she ever did. But I didn't ever see nothing wrong with her clothes. Girl, everybody sees something wrong with her clothes. Ashley just, them the kind of lies Ashley tell. Ashley, that was an unprovoked lie. You know good and hell well Giselle wear terrible clothes. You can still be her friend and admit that she was wearing some bad clothes. Now, since them children got out the house, Giselle has been looking lots better. Ashley was honest about that. Ashley mentioned Wendy, and Monique was like, I ain't talked to her since I left the show because they didn't really get a chance to know each other, so it wouldn't have been no reason for them to be talking no way. That would have been fake as hell, actually. Quite frankly. Yeah, she should have went after Giselle, but I don't even think in the moment she realized Giselle was the one that hit her on the shoulder. We actually played the fight on this channel, slowed it down, and ran it back. Giselle the one that hit her. She didn't know who hit her and just started swinging. She assumed it was Candace because her and Candace was over there squawking at each other like two ghetto birds for no reason. After Giselle and Ashley pushed it up to have them go at each other. Right. Candace was the one barking in her face. Giselle hit her shoulder and she ain't even cut her eye. She felt and went on go. And there it was. So look. Then she said she spoke with Karen like right before she went to the jailhouse. She told her about Stacy, but she didn't mention this thing about Chris, which kind of got me. I'm like, so wait a minute. Now, Ashley, you done made this whole big production of bringing the mess to the group, which is cool. I like bringing mess to the group, right? But then when you tell her about Stacy, all you said was, you know, a lot of stuff she say don't really be true. You know, I'm paraphrasing. But she didn't mention nothing about Stacy dating Chris. She left all that out. She was like, yeah, I'm not fitting to be the one to tell her about that. She feel like if anybody should say something, Stacy should be able to, after she meet her, be like, girl, hey, good to meet you. I had went on a date or two with your ex-husband, you know, but it wasn't nothing to it. She was trying to get Stacy room to say it on her own. She wasn't going to say it. He say, mind you, GNA looks more schizophrenic than RHOP-based hats she was selling. I don't think people would wear that mess even if it was donated. Probably wouldn't. That's why they stopped selling it. So then she tells her about her pride parade and I want you on my float and Giselle gonna be there. Is that gonna be a problem? So Monique is like, nah, it ain't no problem. But if she, you know, if she got an issue that she want to address, like it's cool to address it. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's what it is. So then we get over to Eddie and Wendy house. We get to Eddie and Wendy house. So they remodeling. She say, this fool say she thought she could do this herself. Wendy, you ain't went to school for this. You went to school for everything else. Wendy done went to school to be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the professor, and everything else. But you ain't learned how to do no remodeling. Y'all, it was scaffolding, rags. It was buckets of paint, drop cloths and stuff all across them people's house. Everywhere, every which way. Then we find out, I got to read the list. She wants to redo, and poor Eddie is a hostage. Eddie's a hostage. She says she gonna redo sitting room, family room, the floors, the kitchen, the sunroom, the former dining room, mud room. I don't know what the hell that is. And I think it was like one other thing. So she just redoing all type of stuff in there. But meanwhile, she was helping him pack up because he got to do a pop-up shop. You know, everybody likes a good pop-up shop. Oh, Happy Eddie. So she helping him pack up for the pop-up shop. They looking at the t-shirts, sweatshirts. We find out Eddie got Happy Eddie lip gloss. I don't know. I don't know whether they scammed the money or not. Peanut, don't put me in that. Don't put me in that. I don't know whether they did it. That's what they was accused of doing. I don't know. My hands is clean. So look. And so while they doing that, Eddie asked, you know, like, what's going on with the trip? Because I don't know what happened. The only thing you told me was you had a sinus infection. So how did it go? So she was like, yo, everything went cool. You know, the lady celebrated my birthday and that was sweet. And then we find out at that moment that even though them women celebrated her birthday, her daddy sure didn't. Birth daddy, Hazeline, didn't celebrate him at all. Didn't celebrate it. So apparently there's a family group chat that her and her daddy people is in. Now, come to find out, the daddy crossed the water, daddy in Nigeria. So, you know, that means it's a WhatsApp group chat. And those of us who have been put in WhatsApp group chats, y'all know how infuriating that can be. I have muted several WhatsApp group chats. Yes, the lip balm, it got the reefer oil in it. It got the reefer oil in the lip balm. Okay? So, look. They in the family group chat. He ain't said nothing to this girl on her birthday, but 5 days after her birthday, he in the family group chat reminding everybody to tell her uncle happy birthday, but nothing for her child, for his child. So she was like, I guess it hurt her feelings or whatever. And she had an interesting take because what she said, and people who've been there, maybe, you know, people who are children of those type of situations can tell us in the chat, like, if what she's saying is legit or not. She made a point that made me kind of feel bad, but good at the same time, because she said that her mama showed so much love to her that sometimes she forget that her daddy is absentee. And I'm like, wow, that's good on Mama Susan, but that's kind of crazy. You so absent, that girl can forget you because her mama's so busy. Her mama was so busy showing love and being that for her. Oh, sis on the phone just slid in, y'all. So I just thought that was really, like, that was one of them things, like, I didn't know how to feel. Like, I felt good that Miss Susan is, you know, super mama, as many mamas are. Shout out to all the mamas out there. But you so absentee that the mama is overshadowing your absence. Right? She too old for that. Why you focused on him? That's a darn good question. Thank you for being like number 80, Auntie Eva. So listen, they talked about that. And that's when she, you know, gave us the whole rundown that this man been gone for 20 years. She ain't seen him in 20 years. 20 years, he ain't even looked in her face. You know what? DS, get your sister. That's a 9-second violation. So all Wendy daddy did was name her after a fast food restaurant and dip. I did not know her daddy was absent. He is absent. DS, come get your sister. That one right there. That was just on the screen. Okay. DT say, yep, I'm like that with my mom too. My mom gave me and my siblings so much love, and her village became my village that we forgot about our biological dad. That's crazy. But shout out to the mamas that's like super mama. You could just forget about a loser because them ladies be holding it down. This on the phone say she been in the streets, but she back slanging that wrench. Okay. All right. Lel, you have been arrested. You have been arrested. Okay. So moving right along, mama done remarried. I never knew that Miss Susan remarried. Say Lel ain't wrong because Wendy gonna tell the world that. And come get your niece too. She got a 5-second violation. All y'all bad. Yeah, Miss Susan remarried. She say her stepdaddy was the bomb. Hey, my sweet. She said her stepdaddy was the bomb. Say he was really good to her. But he passed away when she was 29. So since 29, she ain't had no daddy, but she got to thank God that your mama is a real woman, because I keep saying that's what women supposed to do. If the man ain't no good, go get your children another daddy. And Miss Susan is cut from the same cloth I am. And shout out to Mama Susan for going and get her children another daddy, since the first one wasn't no good. DB say, my thing is, why didn't she go see the dad? But if y'all haven't talked in so long, why be surprised maybe for a storyline? I don't think it's surprise. I see that with a lot of children whose fathers are trash. They still have this little lingering thing about it. And she's been in Nigeria, and maybe he just ain't made himself available. Maybe she was at her mama place. And I'm sorry, low key, it's not up to the child. The parent is always the parent. The parent is always the parent, and that's just it, and that's all. And that man was trash. He and now I got a quote Lel that just went to jail. All he did was name her after a fast food restaurant and blow the pop stand. That's all he did. That's all he did. But anyway, we get all that. Shout out to them for that. And in the middle of them talking, Mama Susan called. And she, trying to interrupt like mamas do. That's what we do. We're kind of good at it. Yeah, I don't know. I try not to speak on stuff I don't really have no experience with. I don't know how it feels. I never understood it. To me, I feel like if you got a parent that's the bomb, be happy with the parent that's the bomb, right? Yeah, all that. So, then we get to, her telling Eddie about Stacy and everything. And they were kind of funny. Eddie seemed to be facts, because you lived through divorce with your parents. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why she did that or why it hit her like that. I've seen it so many times and I'm always confused. And I try to keep my mouth hushed because I don't know. Eddie's always a good sport about stuff. He was laughing and kicking, and they both was like, yeah, man, it's room enough for everybody in the cannabis, and it is. And I do like the idea that Black folks are getting into cannabis, considering all the Black people they put in jail for just smoking a blunt. So I'm always happy to see Black folks do that and get their money on. And they was like, hey, create a strain for Stacy. Eddie said, oh, we should call it the copycat. I thought that was funny. I already know. I haven't looked on Twitter. I know it's a lot of people probably going to be like, why did he say that? Because you got to be able to joke about stuff, right? DT said, same for my stepdad. He stepped up and made sure we were good. My bio dad only came to my sister's funeral because my bio dad only came to my sister's funeral because we wanted closure. He came with no money and acted like he was the daddy of the year. DT, y'all should have thrown rocks at him. Man. We'll see in December. Pray for her and Eddie. Yeah, they'll be all right. I'm not really invested either way. Almost everybody I know done filed an insurance claim and added some extra stuff on it. Hey, DM Rocks. He didn't call her a copycat. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When y'all got to listen, not listen looking for mess. They said, Wendy said, get in your creative bag, name a strain after Stacy. They were saying that would be a good name for a strain of weed for Stacy. Call it the copycat. They didn't call the girl a copycat. Like, y'all take the fun out the show when you don't pay attention. Like, I just don't understand. Just pay attention. So anyway, Stacy is over there in the confessional trying to blame her naming her cannabis line that she said did not exist at the reunion, but actually does exist, right? Shayo. Blaming it on a DNA test. I took a DNA test, so that's why I did it. Stacy. Oh, it's a Yoruba word. And I'm just sitting there like, girl, do you know if you Yoruba? Do you know if you're Yoruba? There's like 300 different tribes over there. How you know which one you supposed to belong to? And blaming it on a DNA test. Stacy is weird. And I know a lot of y'all go up for her, but that's just weird. Stacy needs to stop. It's not cool. I don't care. I would not be okay if I open a restaurant and then I got another friend, castmate, co-worker, whatever, open one up that's really, really similar, and then say, girl, I'm gonna call it the Chitlin Shack, but you not Black American, but you using Black American language and dialect and vernacular. That's some insulting stuff. It's weird. It's cringy. I think Wendy and Eddie handled it very well by joking it off, but it's really gross. It's really gross. It was. I mean, how could it not go left? How could it not go left? If I'm your friend and I'm your Black American friend and you walk up talking about, girl, what you finna do? And I know that's not your dialect, I'm insulted immediately. So that was a lot. Yeah, Wendy definitely let her live with that one. She let her live with that one. Stacy's gross to me. She has offended. She's been offensive to Black American women at this point, and now she's being offensive to West African Nigerian women. And I'm just like, Stacy, you're gross. Stacy's so gross. I can't. I cannot with Stacy. Stacy makes me want to vomit food I have not even eaten yet. I wish she would skip it. And the next season. And she could skip life too. Like, we don't need people like her on the planet. I'm just over her. So then we get Stacy's photo shoot for her Shayo. And she kept saying, I named it Shayo. Did you? My sweet, you don't watch this show, do you? Wendy was already doing candles. She invited Karen over to her house to get her insight on running a business, because Karen was doing Ladam and doing stuff like that. And next thing we know, Karen introduced the candle after Wendy had already introduced hers. So Wendy absolutely didn't copy Karen, like, at all. Literally at all. It was the other way around, if we could say that. And I don't even know if Karen copied, but it did look like it. Yeah, the photo shoot was bland. It looked like one of them Ricola commercials. Ricola. She's out in the field with flowers. It was looking very much European, but you naming your cannabis line a Nigerian name or word or Yoruba word. Like, it was just weird. It was weird. It didn't make no sense. Tilly said Eddie indirectly insinuated that Stacy's a copycat by stating she could call her product copycat. He never said she could call her product copycat. Do y'all pay attention to the show at all? Y'all just be there. Wendy was cracking jokes and told him to come up with something for his line for Stacy if they could name something after Stacy. And he said he could name a strain after her, a strain of his product, not hers. Copycat. And for those of y'all who don't smoke reefer, never smoke no reefer, Reefer has different strains, and a lot of the strains have catchy names. Yeah, I'm just saying. Bubblegum, OG Perp, White Widow. They got all kind of names and stuff. So he was saying he could name a strain copycat. And I feel like if she can do something that offensive, they can make a joke about her imitating them and then mocking their whole culture. I think it's okay. Deborah Randall said all the countries in Africa, she chose Nigeria. Stacy full of sugar, honey, iced tea. And I agree. Right. And I thought that Karen mentioned home goods, but she didn't mention candles. But if anybody introduced a candle last, it was Karen. But I don't think Karen really copied her, right? Girl, when she said my sister, it was giving, a clear woman walking up to a soul sister talking about, oh girl, my lace front is itching, right, sister? It was giving very patronizing, very racist, very gross. Like, just don't do it. Okay, Belicious say she got some Green Ranger right now. You got something called a triple burger? I'm scared of y'all. I was joking. With the names, we're not joking because those are real names, but y'all actually got the stuff over there. I'm just saying. Y'all bad. I saw something they call Fruity Pebbles, and he can't make up a strain called copycat. Come on. No. So in the middle of her Ricola commercial that she called for her cannabis line, child, Ashley calls her. Don't smoke that no more. But anywho, doing her Ricola commercial, Ashley called her and was like, girl, is you coming to Jassy's wedding? I hope you make it to Jassy's wedding. So she was like, yeah, I'm going to be there, And so they talking about that or whatever. And so she tells Ashley about she doing the photo shoot in her line. Then she tells her what the name of the line is. And even Ashley was kind of stuck, like, this is getting weird. Like, this is getting weird. The whole, I'm giving it a Nigerian name. It's at this point, I'm trying to feel, I'm almost feeling like she's being like racially offensive on purpose. Because how could you be accidentally this racially offensive? Just, I don't know. So then we get Angel and her sister Ingrid. Let's talk about this. Angel don't give us very much personal story, and she still didn't really. It was good to see her sister Ingrid, though. We found out that Angel's sister is 12 years older than her, and she is pretty. Angel's sister Ingrid is pretty, and she busty as hell, too. So apparently them tig old bitties running their family, because Ingrid was over there busting loose. Ingrid had so many girls sitting on her chest, I felt flat-chested. I had to. Like, boy, I just, I got a good little handful, but good Lord. Ingrid was over there busting loose. I said, oh, there's something running their family. Them girls over there, they toting them things. But Ingrid was pretty, real pretty. So they sat down and everything. And all we got out of that whole conversation is her talking about Giselle and Wendy. And she was way more mad with Wendy than she was with Giselle. I was so confused. So you tell Ingrid about Giselle saying what she said to you, but you had all this animation for Wendy. And then the other one sitting over there just laughing, talking about that she had booty hole lips and her eye looked like Forrest Whitaker. And I'm like, okay, I suppose. Belicious said, what did Forrest Whitaker have to do with anything? He catching strays, but Angel wouldn't dare say it to their faces. Would not. Yep, you could tell they sisters because both of them pretty, but Ingrid way prettier than Angel. I was like, ooh, go on, Miss Ingrid. Go on, Miss Ingrid, girl. Yeah, that busty family. They was, Chesty LaRue. They got it going on. Auntie was saying Angel always has the smoke behind the scenes. It makes me sick. I had a thought about that. Y'all want to know what I think? Do y'all mind if I grab me just one more okra? I told y'all this is an addiction. After this jar, I'm not going to buy another jar for a long time. I've gone a long time without a jar. And after this jar, I ain't going to buy no more. I ain't gonna buy no more for a while. So look, I figured out why Angel and Keiarna is cool. Watching her talk to her sister. They cool because both of them got the idea that it's okay to talk about people behind their back. They not gonna say nothing to nobody's face. Nothing at all. Because you already there. You already having run-ins with people, pretending like people doing so much to you, crying to Giselle, doing this, that, and the third. What up, Noble Genius girl? Where you been? I'm so glad to see you back. Right. But then when it come down to it, when the get down with the get down, you have nothing to say to these people's faces whatsoever. And so the sister was sitting there. She was like, she went to Giselle and was like, well, I see Giselle with the soft focus filters on her neck and stuff. So I'm like, girl, you got that off social media. She's like, because I seen her in person and on things. She be using the stuff on her neck. And then she say, and Wendy be using filters. And I'm like, we already acknowledged that Wendy is the filter queen, but she's still pretty. And she still look like her. Like, let's keep stuff in perspective. Let's keep stuff in perspective. Because the truth of the matter is simply this. Giselle called you out. Giselle called you out because your picture did not look like you at all. It don't matter if Giselle filtered her neck. Praise the Lord, she filtered that neck. Because we've been calling her accordion neck for a long goddamn time. Slinky neck, accordion neck, gizzard neck, all the necks. Okay? But they still look like them. That don't change nothing Giselle said to you. Did Giselle have to bring it up? No, she didn't. But at the same time, Angel, you didn't think you was going to come on this show and nobody wasn't going to say nothing to you about nothing. Like, girl, get over yourself. However long that takes. Then she started talking about the location. You know, her sister is acting like Shamia mama. Feeding into the mess rather than telling her sister the truth. Maybe this show ain't for you, girl, because they be making little shady comments to each other all the time. And you getting sensitive. No. What she do? She gonna tell her, obviously, they threatened by you. They threatened by what? What would they be threatened by? So they talking about her location because she in Potomac. Girl, what, your rented house? You ain't even bought your house yet, mama. You and your man still discussing the budget on the house you getting ready to buy. You don't know where that house gonna be. I'm talking about they way out in the woods. They this place and that. They don't have no ranches. Them women ain't in no small houses. Them women ain't in no small houses. That house that Eddie and them in is a great big old doggone house. That house that Giselle in is close to a ranch. Michael put Ashley in a nice house. Now that Monique back, good God Almighty, great googler muggler. That's a nice house. So it ain't like they living in no shacks, girl. Ain't nobody threatened by you. They don't even know what you got yet or what you could do. Because you ain't showed them nothing but your ability to walk around crying and be offended when nothing is going on. I'm just saying. Yeah, she did pull out a good photo of Giselle. And she should filter her neck. Y'all know what the hell Giselle's neck look like when she don't pull that thing up? Yeah, we still recognize them. She was saying that Wendy I look like Forrest Whitaker. That's what she said. Can't let it go. Because she way too focused and zoomed in on Wendy. And I'm like, girl, Keiarna gonna abandon you on that shit by yourself. I can tell you that. Keiarna just want to get back down with the crew once her plot didn't work. Hey, Lulu's little girl, thank you for being number 91. Threatened because she got a husband. She ain't the only one with a husband either. Wendy got a husband. According to Wendy, she invited you and your husband over to her house with her and her husband. So who's jealous of you? I'm just so confused. What are you? Who would be jealous? You know what I'm saying? Who's threatened by you? There's nothing to be threatened by. Absolutely nothing. I think Angel really think that wife and girlfriend overplay or that wag stuff means something. It really don't. It really don't. Ooh. Auntie Eva say her sister don't know she been crying about these women. She ain't tell her that part. She sure should have. Her husband was not a bench warmer. She done told you her husband was a 10-year starter. That man started for 10 years. A starter is not a bench warmer. My sweet, you don't be watching these shows and you don't watch football, mama. You got to tighten up. Miss Gardner, thank you for being number 92. So look, DS, that's why you always in the corner. So after we get out of that God-forsaken conversation where she's saying she was looking for a handshake, not a slap to the face, I still don't see where the lady slapped her. I personally feel like they went very easy on her. Right. Say it again, sis. Great money. Fabulous money. I'm telling you. So look, after that, we got Tia and her children and her husband to the house. Tia's little boy, I know some of y'all new school and y'all on that gentle parenting stuff. And y'all ain't gonna like what I'm finna say. Tia little boy need his behind toe up. Yeah, I said it. Tia's son need a switch or a switch or a strap cross his behind, little Nathaniel. Okay. He's sitting to the counter with the baby girl, him and baby girl to the counter. Tia say, you need to be doing your homework. He ain't doing no homework. She said, Nathaniel, why you ain't doing your homework? Because I don't want to. She had to physically take that tablet out of his hand. And then he had the audacity, the good gall, to get up and stomp out the room. Tia need to do something with that boy. Tia need to do something with that boy because he's going to be inmate number V25457. This is America. This is not England. He going to end up in jail if she don't do something with him. I don't know. The girls don't seem to be that bad, but that boy, this is about second or third time showing out. Right. Yeah, but they ain't gave me blatant bad. That little boy bad as hell. So anyway, then she go sit down with the hubby and the two big girls because she want to know what happened at the birthday party for the little girl Lexi while she wasn't there. I feel like she should have been very happy because them girls did not go wild. They was not girls going wild. Okay. And the party had 35 people. The daddy's sitting up there playing dumb like he don't know that you told them girls they could have 35 people. Apparently somebody that got uninvited posted to your address, so all them children showed up. All of them showed up to the house that was not invited. Too many people. It got out of control. So the oldest girl called the police. And I say, shout out to you. And so Tia talking about she always calling me a Karen. I can't believe she called the police. It was a bunch of people she did not invite on her property. She was supposed to call the police. And so Tia looking at her husband like, why you ain't called the police? Why she had to call the police? So that says to me, Tia, you got to thank your stars. Your daughter is at least responsible enough and has enough like wherewithal to know when a situation is out of control, get help. Don't try to handle it yourself, get help. Baby, you say he'd have had it as a hat. He would have never had that tablet again fooling with me. He wouldn't know the next time he saw a tablet. Any tablet he had would have been the kind he write on after that. Baby, listen, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Let me just tell you that. Very responsible on the daughter's part. That the children said somebody was standing on top of a car and they said that's too much. The husband talking about that ain't happened, and the little girl said you wasn't there. So Tia looking at him like you wasn't around for a lot of stuff. Then we hear that somebody threw up in one of the girls' rooms. It was a lot going on. So he allowed them to bring people over. He got the little children on a play date, little Nathaniel, and then the baby girl on a play date. So he thinking, look, y'all big kids, y'all could do something. I told y'all 35 of y'all could be here. It's cool. He probably thinking, I'm going to sit in my man cave, watch TV. I'm going to chill. Baby, them children was out of control. And his daughter, the oldest girl, called them people. She called the people. Get them up out of here. Sis on the phone say, hammer and chisel for me. Tablet, I don't know her. All right. Only reason I wouldn't have gave that little bad Negro a hammer and a chisel because he probably would have broke some windows. Because he on his way to a felony. I can see it on him. Tia better get him. Hey, the divine Miss M. What's going on, sis? Thank you for being 94. He said 35 is a lot of darn churn. They messed up with that one. Well, not too much because little mama called the law. She called the people. So we find out that happened. But in reality, I'm real happy that her child is responsible. Tia raised her right. But I don't know what she's doing with that boy. So anyway, we get to Giselle, child. Giselle in the car talking to her oldest girl. Sound like Grace was on the phone, right? And she telling her about the issues with her daddy Will. Now, if y'all remember when Pappy Graves kicked the bucket, we find out about maybe, I don't know, a year later, that his wife at the time, not Giselle mama, the new wife, the last wife rather, she had went and threw away Pappy Graves' old will and had then told the people that he signed a new will 2 weeks before he kicked the bucket. Well, the problem was that man was having surgery, in and out of surgeries on drugs and stuff. He don't know what he signed, if he signed anything. So Giselle is contesting the will. And she contesting the will in the court. And so she was on her way to Georgia to go to the court to contest the will. And apparently she say the wife ain't happy because she done had to pay them lawyers to fight with Giselle for the last 2 years. And I don't blame Giselle. Fight her. Wrestle her to the mat. Wrestle her to the mat. Because she said that her daddy had intended for the money to either go to her or her children. And this woman done fixed it where they don't get nothing and she supposed to take everything. That don't even sound right. Then we get Keiarna and Greg. This was so embarrassing. I'm so ashamed of Keiarna, I don't know what to do. So she in the house with him. He got on a Wu-Tang t-shirt. This fool talking about, is it like the Wu-Tang crew? He said, girl, the Wu-Tang clan, the Wu-Tang. And I'm like, how you don't know who Wu-Tang is? She said, I know one song by them, Cream. And so he looking at her like, you know. And she's like, oh, but he only 6 years older than me, but he just real daddy-ish and this and that. And I'm just like, something ain't right with that. Then, come to find out, they in therapy. But then when we see with the therapy and everything going on with that, yeah, 6 years younger, yeah. She's 6 years behind him. Now he looked like he about 10, 11 years older than her. So I was surprised. To find out he only 6 years older than her. I'm like, what the hell he been doing? Phyllis say that's when the mama won't let daddy correct the children. When they little, they become difficult to correct. As they get older, Tia probably does all the parenting. He ain't trying to parent now. How in the world, just like Tia said, how she called the police? Where was you? Children standing on top of cars. Where was you? It's giving he leave everything to Tia to do. And she ain't doing so great with that little boy. Now, I'm going to say that. You mean to tell me y'all ain't going to tell me to quit eating these okra? Y'all see I keep grabbing these okra and ain't nobody stop me? Dang. DSA Keiarna was visiting great value with a touch of Timu George Jefferson. I can't. 36. That man looked like he in his 50s, though. She is gorgeous. She still ain't pretty as her mama, but she is gorgeous. Yes, she is. So we get past that. So during the therapy, hey, Aries son, thank you for being 95. So in the process of them talking about the therapy or whatever, we find out that he say in therapy, they in the process of buying her condo. What? Because they not living together, like he told Stacy. They be at her house and they be at his house. And he's still plotting on buying her condo so he could move his 3 children in there on top of her. And then Keiarna sound like her brain turned on for like 2 seconds. Like, oh, well, you know, it's kind of the best of both worlds. You know, he could be over there and I could be over here. He want to make you help him raise some children, but he don't want you making no demands about marriage and nothing else. While she talking about, you know, ain't no time constraints and no pressure. He's supposed to be under pressure, ma'am. He plotting on paying for your condo so he could put his children on top of you for you to take care of them, and your dumb behind talking about ain't no time constraints and ain't no pressure. It do need to be time constraints and pressure. He wants you to play mama, and you ain't gave birth to nothing. Unless you had some gas. It don't make no sense. How you gonna get a ready-made family and you ain't gave birth one time? Belize and JB say, LOL, you look like you enjoying them okra. Make me want some. Y'all supposed to tell me to stop. I told y'all this is an addiction. Y'all gonna let me hurt myself on okra? Okay. Yeah, 3 children in her house that she done decorated so nice and so clean and so pristine. And then he talking about putting children in her nice, clean showplace. And she's sitting up there smiling like a donkey. I'm sick of Keiarna. Now, her mama keep trying to whisper good sense in her ear, but she ain't listening. Wisdom is chasing her, but she outrunning it. That's what's going on. And she up there with him talking about something. You know, we got communication and support and kikiing. That's a good foundation. And I was so done with Keiarna. I didn't know what to do. I'm gonna stop it. Thank you. Auntie Eva is the only one looking out for me with this addiction. Belicious won't even stop me. But listen, so then we get to Stacy and Wendy going out to lunch. I'm gonna call this the orange lunch because both of them had on orange. Both of them look good. Stacy always looks so good in the orange. Thank you. I'm gonna stop, DV. This is my last one for the night. Yeah. Yeah. But he ain't got rid of thinking about dropping them children on her. So Wendy and Stacy, this is my last one. Let me get this last bite. Noble Junior say, send me one, sister. That'll help. If I could, I'd see the rest of this jar because that's the only thing gonna stop me from eating them. But that's my last one for the night. Peanut can tell y'all I ain't bought none in a long time because I know once I open the jar, I can't stop eating. I don't know why. It be calling me. But so they sitting down for lunch and they earn. Stacy always look good in orange. That violet-based fuchsia that she wears, I wish she would never wear that again. I hate to see her in that color. But when Stacy have on orange, she glows. Like she look good. When they had on her orange, they came in there. Stacy came in with her headlights on. I mean, high beams. Woo, God. I mean, they was poking out. I said, good Lord, you couldn't put no pasties over them things or nipple covers or nothing. Oh, I love octopus. Sure do. I hope that too. And don't y'all forget them buttons. Okay, Bianca reminded y'all to hit the engagement button, send up my bubbles. Thank you, ladies. So they sit down, and Wendy basically, even with everything going on with Stacy, with her lying and stuff and being weird, she's like, she enjoys Stacy because she says she like people that ain't too serious. And she say from being around Stacy, she can tell Stacy ain't serious about nothing. So she enjoys the fact that Stacy is a very unserious person because she is. She's very unserious. That's true. Girl, okra is one of my favorites in the world. Like, I can eat okra every day, all day. I can even eat it raw, boiled, fried, pickled, stewed, boiled. Any type of okra, I can do it. I love it. So they sat down and they talking. They talk about the whole pride thing, what Ashley got going on. And they both agreed that they hope Ashley do not decide to sing at her pride event because don't nobody want to hear that. She tells Wendy that she done picked a whole Nigerian name for the name of her cannabis line, and that's when Wendy was like, "Okay, this is about to go left because this is getting weird." So she tried to pull the DNA test bullcrap on Wendy, like, why can't you acknowledge my African heritage? She was like, girl, it is 54 countries over there. Why would you pick Nigeria? Stacy talking about something. Well, I have a fondness for Nigerians. And it was just weird. It was giving weird. It was giving Miss Millie from Color Purple. I didn't like it. It was not cool. Yeah, I don't eat draw soup. I don't eat draw soup. Because when they make it extra slimy on purpose because people like draw soup. I don't like draw soup. No. Now you give me soup that don't draw like that. Okay. Like not just the okra soup. I don't eat obono either because obono slimes like that. They draw. I don't eat obono either. No draw soup for me. The divine Miss M say I can't unsee Stacy looking back, long back as an ironing board. Yeah, I mean it's a long back. Yep, about 34 people that refuse to let us play the like lottery. Tell them again, Quiet Storm. They won't do it. So, it was, Wendy let us slide on it. And she was talking about, the copycat of it all and the fact that she felt like Karen was copying her and she done been through it before. And she took it, I feel like she took it in stride, but she absolutely called her single Black female. And that's what it's giving. It's definitely giving single Black female. Why would you be doing all this stuff, Stacy? It's weird. But Wendy still had jokes. She was like, if that girl go back to school and get 4 degrees, I'm just going to scream because what else are we doing? I'm telling you, this is some Miss Millie stuff. It's some Miss Millie stuff. What does that have to do with this? I don't understand, Classy. I don't understand. I like any type of greens if they cook right. I'm a country girl. Any type of greens if they cook right. Let me get them. Let me at them. So we get past that. There was a weird little situation. I think we had a potential to be cool, but Stacy made it weird. DS, take yourself to the reflection corner. 15-second violation. Call that girl a sidewalk. So anyway, we find out in a real quick blurb while Giselle talking to one of her babies that go to school in Georgia that the judge did not throw it out. So she went to court. The judge at least took in all the information, did not automatically dismiss and take the wife's side. So I guess the information that she was able to give the information to the judge, and the judge was like, okay, there may be something here. I'm going to go and sit with this and go through what you're saying. Because Giselle was saying from the jump that she had proof that her daddy wasn't even conscious like the majority of this time. So sign what, when, and where, how, right? So at least we found that out. Who's dumb? I don't get it. Only person with 4 degrees is Wendy. And she's a lot of stuff, but dumb ain't what I could call her. So then we get to Jassi's wedding in Dallas. So we got Wendy, Stacy, and Ashley. They done flew out. Shout out to Young Miami. They done flew out to Dallas to Jassi's wedding. So they get over there. And Stacy being phony again. Hey, Vicky Blak, thank you for being 105. Stacy being phony again, talking about, I'm so glad I reorganized my launch so I could be here for this wedding. What launch, girl? What launch? It just is what it is. Even Ashley was like, yeah, it's real suspicious that basically Ashley feel like she only came because she found out that Ashley and Wendy was flying over for the wedding, so she wanted to make sure she went too. Ashley had jokes, and I feel like this was shade toward Angel when she was like, "Oh, this is WAG." You know, because you know, Angel is the one always wag this, wag that, wag the dog, wag your tail, wagging, right? So Ashley talking about, no, this is she said this is WAG. She was like, no expense spared. And I'll be honest, it did look extravagant as hell. It looked so nice. Jassi looks pretty. Hey, Shakuru. Jassi looked real pretty. It looked good. It was a good look. But they had to be at the airport by 7, so they couldn't stay the whole night. But they did show their face and come and show support because they wanted to get back for Ashley and her pride event. I'd have been mad if I had to miss a wedding by some pride miss. I don't give a darn. That's a wedding. I love a wedding. Ain't no way I'd have left that wedding. Now, you know, they probably had good food and chicken. And they probably had an open bar with good liquor. And you got to be at the airport at 7. Because Ashley want to dress up like a boy. I'd have been mad as hell. I might have been late to Ashley event. Because ain't no way I'd have left a good old wedding like that. Them people wasn't sparing no expense. If y'all didn't see it, you got to go see it. You could tell coins were spent. Okay? So anyway, we get to this pride event. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and put the StreamYard in case somebody got something to say. Because this pride event looked like a bunch of mess. I'm going to just go out on the limb and say that. Why we got 2 events from Ashley? First, we got the weird bloom ball with the strippers, burlesque dancers, she the Duchess, half naked people. Now we got the pride event. Ain't no way in hell. DS said she wouldn't even went to that. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have left that wedding. That wedding looked like it was about to be fun. It was about to be all the way live. But Ashley come there dressed like a boy, as per normal. Tia said Ashley looked good as a bloke. Tia crazy. But it do be funny to kind of hear her little, you know, UK-isms, you know, the accent, you know, the slang is different and stuff like that. So I guess that's interesting. That's cool. She gave everybody drag names. Instead of Oliver Twist, Angel was all over her TITS boobs, you know. Which y'all know drag names always have weird tongue-in-cheek, double entendre, play on words, you know. Yeah, Ashley is cringy. Very cringy. L say leave a wedding to go see Ashley dressed as Michael's fantasy. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't have. You know, once the reception died down, I might could have hopped on a plane, but I wouldn't have been leaving at the height of the night when everybody having a good time. Ain't no way in hell. She called Wendy degrees these nuts because she got the degrees. She called Stacy liquor hosen because she was wearing lederhosen dressed up like the German lady. Then she called Tia proper puss popper. She called Giselle serving jizz. Giselle ain't like her name. She ain't like it at all. Keiarna was cum injector. And Tia crazy Tia talking about, I strongly identify with that name. Tia crazy. Tia's not a serious person either. I like so far, I kind of like Tia. Wendy says she like her name. She's like, I ain't never heard of these names before, but I like this name. Giselle definitely didn't like hers. What's up, Miss Sparkle? Our resident Mary Kay lady just slid in there, y'all. She slid. Okay. Yes, the jizz, serving jizz. That's what she said. And Giselle couldn't take it. Giselle don't know how to like make light of herself. Everything is just way too serious and stiff with her. They all forgot little Grace was there. Y'all people is old enough to be her mama. Grace don't want to hear y'all talking like that. But, you know, little Grace took it on the chin. So Monique shows up. Giselle was shook. She tapped the guy next to her like, look who just walked in. Monique bopped in, dancing around with everybody, having a good time. Her and Wendy had a little bop off. They bopping. They had a little bop off. Wendy was like, okay, you know, I ain't really get to know her last time because, you know, I was there and then she was gone. Giselle was like, Monique had been on her mind after the divorce or whatever. And, but she want to get to know her now because she didn't feel like Monique was being authentically herself before. You, Giselle, you full of crap. You knew that girl was being herself. You just didn't like that herself had more than you. That's all, Giselle. Come step into the light, Caroline. Giselle be full of crap. Giselle even now do not want to admit what her problem was with Monique. Your problem with Monique was that Monique had more than you, and you felt like you should have had more than her. That's all that is. It's okay to be honest, Giselle. It's cool. It's cool. That's all this was. So I did notice Grace was looking at Monique like, girl, I don't know about you. And I'm gonna say this. I don't blame Grace for looking at Monique like that. I don't blame Monique for dragging Giselle, because Giselle did the most. But I'm gonna say this. I don't blame Grace for looking at her like that. Hey, Miss Kaiser, so say thank you for being 109. Feel better, Miss Sparkle. Right. I don't blame Grace for looking at her like that, because it don't matter how raggedy my mama is. You drug my mama on national TV. I can't be friendly with you. Mama might be friendly with you, but I can't be friendly with you because you drug my mama on national TV and my daddy and called my daddy Pastor Holy Whore. So Grace looking at her like, okay, yes, ma'am. How you doing, ma'am? But you could tell her little face did not warm up, and I was tickled. I say, I knew I liked you, Grace. I knew I liked you. Because it don't matter if your mama trifling. That's your mama. Okay? That's your mama. So I like little Grace for staying on code. Like, you drug my mama and my daddy heifer. I ain't finna be nice to you. And I could dig that. I thought that was pretty cool and pretty cute. You know. And you know, after that, she got introduced to the new chicks. So after she got introduced to the new chicks or whatever, Ashley come bringing her a t-shirt talking about, I called her Dr. Doolittle because she got all them animals, but we gonna call her Dr. Do It a lot. So Monique put hers on, but she split it and customized it to show her tatas, so you couldn't even see the name on hers. And Keiarna, out of everybody, was the one who let the cat out the doggone bag. Keiarna was like, well, I thought you would know Stacy. Stacy, didn't you say you seen her around town sometime or something? And so Stacy was like, no, I don't know what you mean. No, I've never seen that. And so Ashley said, well, Keiarna, since you're going to go there, let me help you tip it across the board. She said, no, it wasn't her. She said she seen Chris around. Oh, yeah, because you was dating him? I was in repose. I say, no, Keiarna did not. No, Keiarna did not. She said, oh, that's right, because you was dating. Yeah, oh, it was Chris because you was dating him. I said, no. It don't matter if it was the truth. That's still that girl daddy. My daddy used to cuss people out all the time down at the store. But if you came to me talking about Phil cussed you out, I was going to cuss you out again. It don't matter about it being true. That's still that girl daddy. She ain't got to be friendly with you after you drug her mama and her daddy. Okay? J. Rochelle said, I love Stacy, but that part left her blubbering. I don't know how you love her. She don't love you. She clearly got a problem with Black women and West African women. Are you Black or West African? Because if so, I'm trying to figure out why you like her. Y'all like people who don't like y'all? That's special. Lynette said, I can't stand that heifer. Which heifer, girl? Is this a show full of heifers? All of them some heifers, Lynette. You got to narrow it down. Which heifer is we talking about? B-Licious said, I still don't see the big deal in Monique. And Monique is going to piss me off if she fighting with Stacy over her ex-husband. Monique didn't look like she was angry. Stacy will always play dumb. Yeah, she will. Oh, J. Rochelle says she do like people who don't like her. I don't know. It's not in my nature. I'm like Grace. I don't like people who don't like me. All you got to do is show me you don't like me, and then now I don't like you. And Stacy made it very clear she has a problem with Black American women. And she's very, she appears to have some racial issues toward West African women too. So, I mean, that kind of cut a lot of us out of the conversation. But if you like her, go for it, girl. But yeah, He like David Duke too. And the Grand Wizard. But anywho, I couldn't believe Keiarna was the one that did it, because when Ashley was at Monique's house, I was expecting Ashley to be the one to tell her about the girl going with Chris, dating Chris, possibly bumping uglies with Chris or something. Ashley ain't say nothing. She gonna leave it for Stacy to do. Stacy sitting over there quiet as a hoe at a revival meeting, and Keiarna was the one that dropped the bomb. Delicious say, I know, but the ladies are playing it up like Stacy need to come clean to Monique, and they don't know each other. Nah, but I'm gonna say this: if y'all gonna be in the same social group, whether you planned it or not, it do need to be something like, oh girl, I'm so glad you so cool. I want to tell you before you hear from somebody, I did go on a couple dates with your ex. Like, it's that, get it in and out, air it out, so that way can't nobody say nothing later. But it's getting weird. It was getting weird. The fact that Keiarna dropped it like that, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. What was this Keiarna the first few episodes? Keiarna finally did something interesting. Divine Miss M say Kay ain't gonna be satisfied if she gets knotted up again. Who gonna put their hands on her for airing it out? They better not put their hands on that girl for airing that out. Ashley been airing her out all season. If she decide to get buck with Keiarna after Ashley the one been airing her out, that's gonna further prove that she has a problem with Black American women. Oh, you didn't see it? Oh, I seen it. We was talking about it over here, sis. You might have missed it. Who? God loves us all. They didn't like him. Who is they? Who is they? I'm just saying. He said, I still don't know how Chris and Stacy work. Like, that's a bear on a plank. DS, come get your sister. This is a 29-second violation. You almost hit the max. And here come Belicious. She the one broke the record last time and went over 30 seconds. What you say? Well, Monique didn't need those little checks. So I'm sure Stacy didn't think Monique would be back. Not that little checks. I mean, she didn't need them little checks. It looked like she still don't need them, not the way she living. I think she just want to be on TV, which I said that about Monique from the beginning. Monique want to be famous. Monique want to be famous. It's not money she after. She wants fame. That's what she wants. A lot of people is like that. See? Go with DS. DS is here to pick you up. You have just been arrested. Again. But yeah, so how y'all think this gonna go? How y'all think this gonna go? Because, oh, I'm so tempted to grab that jar. Let me put this jar away from me, because I will grab this jar again and I'll be eating more okra. I have to get it away from me. Get it away from me. Far away from me. Listen, the okra be calling me, man. But yeah, I don't know. And everybody's face just went like, Keiarna, you just gonna say it like that? You just gonna? Thank you, DV. Somebody gonna give me my credit. DV say, yep, you said that about Monique a few times. I did. Because that's what it is. And it's like, and that's not me dissing Monique. Monique is very pretty, but Monique is also very boring to me. I know some of y'all enjoy Monique. I enjoy looking at Monique, but Monique boring as hell to me, man. Monique want to be famous real bad. See, you got to get you some pickles. And the juice on the pickles be so good. So not sure, but bravo, and the ladies, not sure, but bravo to the ladies, has been a great season so far. Not too dark, right amount of shade. Yes. The only thing that got problematic for me was Stacy's anti-Blackness, and now her weird mocking of Nigerians and West Africans, and them talking about the one drop rule and trying to make Alexander Hamilton black. Like, that was the only thing they did that was like racially problematic. And I know that's a lot, but for Potomac, that's light work, because we have gone through you know, the whole colorist thing. We went through a lot with these Potomac chicks. Hopefully Stacy stops. Like once she didn't get the reaction she wanted out of Wendy with these weird, you know, microaggressive attacks on, you know, on her with the whole Nigerian thing, by her not getting the reaction she wanted, by Keiarna not taking the bait with her, calling her aggressive and claiming the girl wanted to fight her and doing all this weird stuff to her, you know, her microaggressions toward her as a Black American woman. Once she don't get the reaction she want, maybe she'll just stop. But yeah, this season has really been really light compared to what we've seen. The first time that she annoyed me was talking about childhood trauma, because I'm like, what childhood trauma, girl? I wasn't around when you was a child, but you hit Candace because Candace needed to be hit. Let's just be honest. I mean, it is what it is. People fight. Angel is insecure with her constantly bragging about being a wag. Yes, and it's so played. Nobody cares, girl. Everybody who wanted to date somebody in the NFL has, even me. And I ain't no doll. I don't look like a Monique. Even I dated one. Like, it's just not that serious. Catherine Bennett says, you're not the only content creator to say that about Monique either. It's obvious, right? Okay, let's talk about it. We got a minute. Let's talk, right? And feel free to hit that StreamYard if you want to tell me something. While she was still with Chris. So then she had access to all the money. Now she got access to good money. But then it was all the money, not just good money, his money, all the money, right? She still went and did that whole Carlos King debacle where it just made her look crazy because she just wants to be on television. Monique wants to be famous. Then she tried to do, I think, a podcast situation, wasn't it? She had her own YouTube channel. And it's like, again, I don't want to sound like I'm dissing Monique because I don't have a problem with Monique. Monique is just boring. And I feel like at some point, Mo got to stop trying to make fetch happen. You just got to stop. Like, and it's not to say we haven't had boring housewives in the past, because we have. Kandi Burruss is a testament to what boredom can do. Okay? Kandi boring as hell. But Kandi was smart enough to bring her family into the mix, and her family was interesting. I don't care if you didn't like Kandi, it was going to be somebody in her crew that you did like. And on top of being boring, Kandi was like aggravating. So those of us who didn't like her and she was boring, she was aggravating. So at least she got your attention at some point, right? If Monique don't say something or do something like over the top, Monique won't even get your attention. You'll be like, oh, there's Monique. She's pretty. There's nothing. Kandi gave us Joyce, and y'all know how I love Joyce. She had the auntie them. We all us love the aunties. She went and married a midget that's trying to steal all her money, and most of us don't like him. And he'll get your attention because he aggravates you. Then you got Lil Riley, and we all love Lil Riley with her little cute self. Kandi brought a team, so she wasn't just coming there by herself to bore us to death. Monique is coming there to bore us to death. Even when she was with Chris, it was boring as hell. We got a nice looking Black family. And I love that. Y'all know I love a beautiful Black family. You come in on Housewives with a Black family, I'm already like 50% your fan. You got to convince me not to like you at this point, because you came in with your beautiful Black self, your nice Black husband, your beautiful Black children. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing wealth and Blackness and family, and I'm all in. Monique bored me to tears. Every now and then she gave me a line or something, and it was like, okay. And then it was right back to being boring and pretty. And I love pretty, but it was boring. It was. Monique need a team. She need to call Kandi. I know she's friends with Portia, but she need to make friends with Kandi. Bring in a team. Let us meet your mama. Only if your mama messy. If your mama not messy, bring your messy auntie and your first cousin Cookie. Bring them on the show. Biscuit and Nunk them. Bring them on the show, because you're giving us nothing. Monique is just not good television. She's not. She's just not. She's not good television. Yep, that's true. That's true. That's what was going on with Grizzle, as you call it. She was jealous of that lifestyle because she felt like it should have been hers. That's just what that was. But Monique trying to make fetch happen, and I'm just like, okay, Monique, I'm gonna need you to go on some dates or something, mama. We need something. Go on some dates. Anything. Something. Because right now, I don't have a lot of hope for it. I don't have a lot of hope for it. I don't. But that's really just what I see. So we've seen boring before, but it was boring with a twist. This is just boring. Even when she came in, the scene with her coming back to the show, bopping in or whatever, it was cool or whatever. But it still didn't pop because she ain't got no pop. All fizz, no pop. Miss Divine, Miss M say, Aunt Bertha say, let's blame Todd for Mo being boring. Yeah, it's this Todd behind this. I believe it. Todd could be behind this. You know I don't like Todd. B-Licious say, Monique says she's done the work and has changed. We'll see. Into what? Can we be honest? B-Licious, one of y'all hit that link and come up here. Because I need y'all to explain to me changed into what? Monique was never problematic. She popped one girl who had her hand in her face. Changed from what? Into what? This I've done the work, I've changed. Into what? Something more boring? At this point, as boring as she is, can we get the problematic Monique? Because we never saw a problematic Monique. We never met her. We never met her. She was boring then. And therapy usually make people more boring, not less boring. I don't know. Now, let me not count her out. I'm just going to say that her reintroduction scene and all that, it didn't move me. It wasn't that much going on. Her and Wendy had a cute little moment or whatever where they bopped it out. I was like, okay, y'all, bop it out. Billy said, yeah, I wasn't moved and I don't buy party Monique. Right. Monique seems like, and this is not a diss, I'm saying this right now. Okay, I can put my hand on the Bible. I'm not dissing her. I like to look at Monique. Monique is pretty. Monique gives me, she spends her time sipping tea and meditating and doing aromatherapy and making oatmeal and maybe painting in the great outdoors or something. Like, she does not give action packed. She does not give me she's a party girl. She gives me, I am very relaxed and zen, and I have a rock garden, and I groom bonsai trees and and I name birds after Egyptian gods that don't look like them. That's what she gives me. That's just what she gives me. Says she on that Green Ranger. So she can't come up. Okay. Lel say, you're right, she's boring. I like her aesthetic. No, that's how I feel. I love her aesthetic. How can you not like her aesthetic? She is gorgeous. Like, her whole life seems, she's so put together and organized, and I love it. But it's not exciting. It's not. Telling me that she went to therapy is not enticing me. That's giving me, she about to be a whole Ambien pill on that screen. I just don't trust it. We all complain about Ashley not bringing nothing. She do not bring a storyline, but at least Ashley's not boring. Monique is boring. And the thing is, she's still got the luxury aesthetic. She's still the luxury aspect. Did you not see that hooker house? Oh, darling, luxury she has. She still got coin. Coin she has. She's just not interested. To me. Now, maybe y'all find her interesting, and that's cool. I don't see it. And it's not that I just don't see it for Monique. Like I said, I never had a problem with her hitting Candace. I didn't. I never had a problem with it. And y'all know I went on record saying that. I ain't had no problem with it. They was both acting ignorant. They was both yelling in each other's face. And somebody say, get your hand out their face. You probably should listen. That's all I can say. Or if you don't listen, you should probably be able to fight. That's all. So I never had a problem with that. So I promise you it has nothing to do with that. And the people who pretend like they got such a problem with that be the same people on social media talking about, oh, I would have slapped this one, or you should have hit that one. But then when this person get hit because you're supposed to be mad, y'all run around talking about y'all mad at the people. I'm not mad at nobody for hitting nobody. If somebody put their hand in your face and you say, girl, get your hand out my face. She said it 2 or 3 times. I'd have said it once for the record. I'd have said it one time. And that'd have been the end of that. I promise you. Promise you I wouldn't have said it no more. Yeah, Candace had to learn the hard way. When somebody say, get your hand out my face, you might want to listen. Yolanda, I'm dead serious. She said it 2 or 3 times. I'd have said it once. It would have been, get your hand, little girl, get your hand out my face. That hand would have stayed there. And I wouldn't have had to wait on Giselle to hit me on the shoulder. At all. At all. Say the friend that Monique fell out with seemed like she would have been interested in the one who said Chris had some big draws. Yeah, that was rude. And I don't think she would have been interested. Not to me. We got enough gross people, but you crazy. Who, the gay guy? Why wouldn't she still have her gay trainer? Hey, Queen Tori. Say like the Incredible Hulk tapping olive oil. I'm just saying. Nobody wouldn't have had to tap me. If I'd have said, get your hand out my face and it was still there. If I tell you to ever get your hand in my face, I want you to let the Lord guide you. Because the Lord is going to move you to get your hand out my face. I'm telling you, he going to do it. He going to do it. I know he'll do it. I trust him. Won't he do it, y'all? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Because if I ever tell you to get your hand out my face, you better listen. You better lay low. You better listen. That's about to go so wrong for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talking about drag me, hand still in the face. And then, Giselle started that fight. And then acted like she was scared. Right. The trainer was gay. And they talking about, the trainer, the man was gay. A whole gay. He probably at the pride parade. I don't know what that man's draws look like. Elliot. That's how you went to jail the last 2 times. Now Stacy could wear him as a gown. I ain't even sending you back no more. You out on RHOP. Okay. No bail. Just, I don't know what to do with you. But yeah. So look, that's all I got on this. The next episode, God only knows what's about to happen. Ain't nobody hit StreamYard, so I'm finna call it a night. And y'all could trust me, I'm on my honor not to eat no more okra. Y'all believe me? I'm on my honor. No more okra tonight. I ain't gonna say no more okra, period, but no more okra tonight. Tonight. No more tonight. But y'all could trust me, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Queen Tori said, I want Monique to bring the trainer on and shade all the girls. That would be hilarious. Mm-hmm. I didn't see him. I don't remember that. I think my mind repressed that because I didn't need to remember that. Oh, rating for the episode. Adrian Marie say 7.5. 1 out of 10. What y'all rating this episode? I'm going to give it a 7. They probably could have got more, but I was expecting more from Monique's return than I got. And I feel cheated. Like it's a 6.7 to 7. Curtain. That's what your sister said. Yeah. Auntie Eva say 8. Oh, high praise. Belicious gave him a 7.5. I wanted to give him a 7.5, but Monique really, she kind of fell flat for me. Deborah Randall say 6.5. Mm-hmm. So we all on the same, kind of close. Auntie Eva, the only one gave him an 8. So at least I'm not that far off. Y'all, we all in the same kind of neighborhood. Beliza JB says she's only a friend 7. That don't count. Not when you somebody who got name recognition, you got capital on the show, you got history on the show with the ladies on the show. Being a friend don't make me cut you no slack. No. That's like that season on RHOA when Nene came back doing cameos. She served every single scene. And y'all remember that. So no, she was supposed to come back and serve us, and she didn't. If she's the process server, she left a letter at home. She did not serve us anything. The plates were empty. She was pretty though. She was real pretty. But yeah, y'all, that's all I got. We rated the episode. We watched it. We're gonna see what happens next week. I'm gonna say overall, Angel Massey can go away. I need Angel to go away. I've had enough of Angel. Like, if I never get any more Angel, it's enough Angel. Hopefully Stacy will stop with her weird racial and ethnic stuff that she's been doing. Like, it's getting weird. It's a lot, especially her single Black female with Wendy. It's a lot. I'm kind of interested to see the Giselle and Monique sit down, but I'm kind of not, because I feel like neither one of them ain't gonna give us nothing. I feel like Giselle is going to give nothing, and I feel as though Monique is going to give what she always gives, really pretty and dead air. So I'm not really looking forward to that. If I gotta predict anything, I feel like next episode may be a filler, but maybe not. Because, I've been wrong this whole season. I didn't expect a lot from this season, and the ladies have really delivered. So I can't call it. Like, I don't know what to say. It could be not, right? So I guess we'll find out next week. Delicious say me too. And I usually advocate for newbies to have 2 seasons, but Angel can go. Yeah, Angel has got to go. And I'm waiting. I don't know what episode is going to be when she takes them to Colorado, but I don't have a good feeling about that. I feel like that whole trip is going to go wrong too. So we'll see. Will Monique be the newest member of the Green Eye Bandits? That's what Monique wants. I don't think so. And I don't think she wants that either. I think overall, Monique wants to be like a fan favorite. I think she kind of wants to be Potomac's answer to Portia Williams, if that makes sense. That's what I think we're going to see. I think Monique desperately wants to be Potomac's version of Portia Williams. And I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen for her. I don't think Fetch is going to happen. Regina Jackson said, I'll watch tomorrow, and thanks for the recap. Anytime. Anybody who's new, make sure y'all subscribe. So look, y'all know I ain't finna read all night. Y'all ain't hollering at me. I'm finna slide, and I'm going to fight myself so that I don't eat no more of that pickled okra. Right? I'm going to show some restraint. I might switch to the pickled corn. I might. Deborah said, oh, that's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen for her. But I think she's kind of angling to be the Portia. Hence the whole ripped t-shirt. I got to show my breast situation. No, I don't think so. Oh, Belicious said good night. She going to see us in Discord. I know that's right. So listen, y'all know what time it is. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please make on this good channel. And if you're in Discord, you're going to always know when I go live, because I tell my girls in Discord before I tell anybody. Okay? Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed, because we're happy to have you here. We're so glad to have you. So please subscribe, and don't let this be your last time. If you want to join channel membership, please, by all means, hit the join button beneath the video or the membership link in the description box. I want to say a special thank you to E. Davis. Okay? Because E. Davis showed me some love, and I appreciate you for supporting the stream. I also want to say a thank you to my girl, Nikita T, for supporting the stream. Thank you, ladies. In the description box, we got the link from my book, Little Girl, Big World, which is a survival guide for our girls leaving home for the first time. Okay, even if they've been gone for a year or so, grab it, It's a good read. It's a good survival guide. Make sure they have them. And if you can't afford one, holler at me and I will make sure you get one free of charge. They're also on Amazon.com. Just type in my first name. It'll pop right up. There's our Discord link. Make sure you in there. Like swimwear, we got the link for our merchandise store so you can get our crown gear and represent the royal family. We got the link for our Amazon storefront because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And we got lots of Christmas goodies in there that you might like for your home, like I like for mine. And my Amazon wish list is there in case y'all want to help me out with some snacks, goodies, pens, notebooks, pads, stuff, so I can take the notes and get the story straight. And we got yarn in there, so if you need anything crocheted, I will crochet and send them to you, but you do have to pay for your own shipping because I won't do that. I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. So look, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening as per normal. Have a great evening. Have a great day at work and school tomorrow. Good night. Say your prayers. Do not go to sleep without praying. I want y'all to rest well and have a great day. Remember to be positive and productive. Encourage the ones around you. Make sure you always encourage yourself. And in case no one else says it to you, remember this. God loves you. I love you. And there is nothing you can do about it. Talk to y'all again soon, okay?